The views, comments, and opinions of the following program do not necessarily reflect those of Morris Media Studios, MorrisMediaLive.com, or its affiliates. Listener discretion is advised.
Ain't nothing changed with them bitches, they know my name now. It's such a shame a younger fella kill a game now. And I be in it for the money, fuck the fame now. Got all these niggas asking what's his fucking name now. Said this is blood, this is crip, what is his game now? Fuck I'm up in it while you all up in my lane now. Heard he did a little bit street fame now. He getting money, bought himself a new chain now. Yesterday I was a
Welcome back to Coast Sports Podcast. I'm your host, Lauren A. Jones, alongside Courtney Chappelle and Michael Cotton. Welcome, guys.
Hello there.
What's going
Thank
on?
you,
How everybody
everybody.
doing?
What's going on?
Make sure you're following the podcast at Coast2, the number 2 Coast on Instagram. On today's show, we will delve into NBA playoffs, March Madness predictions, NFL free agency, and much more. So let's get into it. We're going to start off with Courtney. He has a special message for Stephen A. Smith of ESPN.
Whoa.
So, Courtney, what's the message?
Well, the message isn't directly. It's for Stephen A. fans in New York City. Stephen A. is going to have to get a part of this, too, though. But, I made a Facebook post a couple days ago. A couple people laughed. A couple people noticed it, that he had a comment about the New York Knicks and how Jeff Hornacek should be fired in favor of Mark Jackson. And Trae Young should be the draft pick of the New York Knicks. Now, I kind of agree with the Jeff Hornacek thing and the Mark Jackson thing. First of all, I want to say that Stephen A. Smith is not the voice of New York City sports, people. Why the hell do we always listen to Stephen A. Smith and then everybody talks about what Stephen A. Smith said? He is a Philadelphia Sixers / Pittsburgh Steelers fan. He's a Pat Riley supporter. He ain't been a Knicks fan since 95. Let's be honest. It's 2018. He's an old Knicks fan. He was one of those stupid Knicks fans that thought John Starkson was going to win an NBA championship. If you were smart, you knew that was a lie. But
They were close.
Close only counts on horseshoes and grenades.
Right.
Anyway, back to my point here from Mr. Stephen A. Smith. Why on God's green earth would they draft Trae Young? What showed you that he was good enough? I don't care about points. Yes, he led the league in scoring and assists. He also led them in turnovers. So that null and voids the whole assist thing. So my message said the world is stop listening to Stephen A. Smith as a voice of New York sports, because he is not a New York sports fan. He barely a Yankees fan. He's just a Yankee fan because they win. But I don't want Trae Young. I'll take Mark Jackson. Go get a small forward, possibly a center if the pick happens to go in the top 3 or something like that. But don't go get no damn Trae Young. We don't need Trae Young.
Where are you with this message to indirectly message?
Who are you going to get then?
Small forward.
At the 8 spot?
If it's the 8 spot right now, if that's
Yeah,
what we go.
if we're going 8, who are you targeting?
Yeah. I'll take Michael Porter, Kevin Knox, Mikal Bridges, Miles Bridges. One of the small forwards that's out there right now.
If you can get Kevin Knox, absolutely do it.
Yeah.
Kevin Knox has a chance to be the best player in this draft.
Yeah. Him, Michael Porter, Mikal Bridges, Miles Bridges.
I don't know if...
I say Miles Bridges.
Yeah.
You say Miles Bridges?
Solid.
Miles?
He'll be okay.
How you feel about Mikal?
Yeah.
Yeah?
He might be better than Miles Bridges. I don't know if... I think what they're doing, they're trying to get lightning in a bottle. I don't know if it's... What he was saying, what Stephen A. was saying.
Right.
So you have Mark Jackson, who helped develop Steph Curry and, what he is now.
Right.
Helped, not... but definitely helped.
Right.
You have him, then you have Trae Young, who everybody is saying Steph 2.0, yada, yada. And then you build the team around...
The Knicks have 3 point guards. You're going to have to develop Trae Young, regardless.
I don't agree with taking Trae Young for sure.
Right. I mean, they have... I think if you're going to still have to develop...
You're relying on Frank?
No. Listen to what I'm saying. If you're still going to have to develop talent regardless, and he's going to have to get stronger, and you're going to have to coach him up as in Mark Jackson's going to have to coach him up, then I can put that same talent and coaching up in a player who's been in the league 2 years, or a guy that's been in the league a year, or a guy that's reinvented himself in Trey Burke. Moody had been in the league 3 years. He has the talent. He has the ability. He might need to be coached up by somebody that can coach. Frank isn't the best rookie, but he's 19 years old and he's developing over time. So you can still put that in Mark Jackson's development to get it two. You got two people who are capable of doing two-way, and you have Trey Burke. There's 3 point guards in your roster. There's no need for you to go get Trae Young.
You need to build around Porzingis. You have an all-star already.
Correct.
You already have. Now you need to put shooters around him.
Correct.
Trae Young is the best shooter in the draft.
Who's going to defend?
We can get to that later.
You want us to die on point guards now and develop them for 4 years instead of right now?
No, I'm not necessarily saying that, but I'm saying this is an offensive league. So yeah, you have Frank Ntilikina. Yeah, Frank, you learned that good. I'm proud of you. You have Frank Ntilikina,
right?
But he doesn't do anything for you on the offensive end. So it's like a give and take. And now,
I mean, but we've had that debate before. I'll take somebody who plays defense now that I got to develop offensively as a person who's offensively sound that I got to try to figure out to get there when I got John Wall and
not
Kyrie Irving. And I got John Wall, I got Kyrie Irving. I don't like him, but I got Kyle. I got premier point guards coming at you right now.
Right.
Porzingis will be in foul trouble if they just run past you and go to the rim all day.
I mean, he's still going to get torched regardless. Frank or Trae Young per se.
I'll take the defense now, though. If that's the case, then go get Colin Sexton and develop him, who's a two-way player now.
He's a two-way player now, but Trae Young is the best shooter, and I'm with
you on the shooting part.
But yeah, I'm saying that's what it is now.
But we still got to do everything else.
You have to. But I'm saying you have a nice something to build around right now. You have a bona fide all-star. It's going to be a perennial all-star. Barring any more major injuries, of course.
Yeah. Right.
You have Porzingis. You can get Trae Young. You have your Mark Jackson.
So what you going to do with your small forward position?
You can find something else to that in the draft.
Kevin Knox is perennial all-star potentially?
Absolutely.
Michael Porter potentially?
Yes.
Well, we're also not looking
Miles Bridges, I do not think he will be a perennial all-star.
Or trades.
Free agency or trades.
Yeah,
I just think you can. I think Trey can be successful in the league. I just think you can do better in the draft and go get you a point guard.
Well, I trust in the front office in terms of their draft picks because they chose Porzingis.
Correct.
So I can.
That was by default.
Don't do that.
I'm sorry.
He was the 4th pick. He wouldn't have got picked. You could have picked other people. It was other people to get picked in that draft.
Who was you going to take, Justice Winslow?
Well, we passed on him, so I'm just saying.
I said we should have taken. I said you either take Russell or you should take Porzingis.
Okay, I'm with you. I'm just saying you got Moutier in that draft. You got Willie Cauley-Stein. There was other people that people said take over Porzingis. That those guys said no, we're going to take Porzingis.
He wasn't proven
at all. Nobody knew him.
No,
really.
but that's when people have to really know what they're looking at. So when I watched his
draft footage was obviously very impressive.
I watched his a few of his workouts when they worked out in Vegas at the I forgot the academy where
he was shooting those threes,
shooting the threes, looking out and run the floor, all that type of stuff. So I'm like, okay, I think he'll be very solid. He won't be a Darko per se. Right. That's what other people think.
I agree with the Mark Jackson thing. I just think if we're going Mark Jackson, who was a two-way point guard, who was an assist guy, who was a shot guy, I think you have 3 point guards that he can work with today and make them better players.
So you think Trey Burke is going to resign?
This is a point guard lead, I think is his argument. And
that's all I'm saying.
Correct.
Yeah.
But I look at Trey Burke as a good backup off the bench. He's a good, solid backup.
They going to resign him after last night?
I think so. No, not even off last night, just off of what he's done and how he chose to stay in the D-League and then try to play for the Knicks. He could have got a deal with OKC before the season started. He chose to work his way back up this way. So he's a solid backup. I'm not ready to give up on Moutier yet.
Moutier has been okay since he came over.
Who can pass, who's athletic, who can get to the rim, who's drafted in the top 5. You got Porzingis and Moutier who's in the same draft.
Right.
Porzingis just developed quicker. But I'm not ready to give up on Moutier, and if you bringing in an old point guard in Mark Jackson who played in New York, I think that works fine for him. I'm not sold on Frank not being good at 19 in the country for his first time.
No, they said that he wasn't going to be good.
And his defensive numbers is here. So again, that's what I'm saying. When you have 2 young point guards and a guy who's been in the league 5 to 6 years, you don't really need to go get Trey just because he's a shooter now when you can get a small forward.
But this
and
is a
also
different
he's
type of shooter
small,
now.
he's undersized.
You're going to have to get him physical. You're going to have to develop him over 4 years.
I don't know if his game is going to translate to he's bigger, faster, stronger at the next level. And he's
shooting always translates.
Point guards these days are no, I'm with you on the shooting, but what I'm telling you is point guards these days are 6'4" and bigger, physically running downhill. If he couldn't deal with Colin Sexton in college, what you think he gonna do when he sees
He's
John
not as
Wall?
small as we say though either. And as we
How big is Lonzo?
Lonzo's about 6'6".
De'Aaron 6'5".
Who's 6'1"?
Trey's like
Trey 6'1".
Yeah, Trey 6'1".
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
De'Aaron 6'4", 6'5". Lonzo Ball, 6'5", 6'6".
Okay, guys, we're gonna have to move on, but I think we'll see.
Strong, baby.
The Knicks are still gonna be bad next year. So
Yeah,
anyways.
You're horrible.
Moving on from the NBA to the NFL draft. Now, the NFL draft starts on Thursday, April 26th. The Browns obviously have the number one pick, and having gone 2 seasons with 1 win, they need it. And so who was your projected number one pick? Start with you.
In the NFL draft?
Yes.
If I'm the Cleveland Browns, Sam Darnold.
Oh, he happens to be a Trojan.
Yes, he is a Trojan.
Fight
Trojan world, fight on.
Fight on.
If it's my choice, Cleveland, go ahead and take Sam Darnold.
Why do you say that? Why is he your pick?
They need a quarterback. I
You're
personally
not going with
think
Tyrod?
the best. No,
Now a backup?
I think Tyrod is a bridge between it. I think personally the best player for them, Saquon Barkley. But I know they need a quarterback, whether it's now or later.
Right.
They need one. So get your pick of the litter now, and then see what happens at 4. If somebody takes Saquon before then you could go get Minka Fitzpatrick. Or you can add on the defensive side of the ball.
Somebody's definitely going to get Saquon. They have to.
Right, but if they don't get him in the first 4, in the first 3, then you can get him at 4, and you got your dynamic. He's going to go first 4, first 5.
Right.
But, this is a quarterback.
And it's a quarterback league. So you go ahead and get Sam now, get it out the way.
There are quite a few teams that need quarterbacks.
Right, you don't got to rush with them. You added 2 quarterbacks. You don't got to rush with them. You can develop them. You can let them know, look, this is not for today. This is for a year from now. We want to get you developed stronger, make sure you in the game, and let Tyrod do what he do for a year, maybe even 2.
But I think
that's
you
definitely
bring
not
it
going to
in.
happen. Sam Darnold is going to stay.
Right, he's coming in right now.
No
to
need
play.
to trade for Tyrod then.
It's not
exactly, which that's why I'm kind of confused.
That's why I
Tyrod
kind
is
of
not
think
a backup.
I kind of think what they're going to do is keep Tyrod and draft Barkley, which I wouldn't. I would draft Sam Darnold if I had to pick. I would draft Sam Darnold.
If you saw that pro day,
it was amazing in the rain and all that. Tell us how you were there live, right?
Yeah, but just the amount of scouts that were lined up. There were people on the fence. I've been to a couple of USC pro days while I was there, and also when I graduated, and there was nothing. I've never seen anything like that, especially from a media standpoint and from a scouting standpoint. Right. Every team was represented, and the Browns front office and their family, GM, they were all there.
Everybody from the Browns was there. Right, everybody. Coach.
So I definitely think they're going to take Darnold.
They should. I would definitely. I think he's going to be the best quarterback in this draft. I think he can be a all-timer, Hall of Fame type of dude. He's already getting comparisons to Aaron Rodgers. I think he's great.
He getting Aaron Rodgers comparison?
Yes. The way he can throw, the way he can move out the pocket, the accuracy, all that. So I would take him. Okay. But just looking at the situation, you trade for Tyrod, and then it's like... Okay.
Tyrod is not going to be happy if he's a backup.
Right. You trade for him.
Yeah, I think they got Tyrod so they don't have to, so they got an NFL ready, not proven, great proven, but a solid guy that's proven who has played in the NFL today. And I think they got him for today. And the guy they're going to bring in now is going to be, listen, this is not for today.
Yeah, they got him for today to practice. If they get Sam Darnold,
I think they might go into a quarterback competition type of situation, maybe even because then that'll push Sam Darnold, and I think he'll.
I think it's going to be an a la
training camp.
I think it's going to be an a la 2004 when it was Eli, Phillip, Ben Roethlisberger.
Right.
I think it's going to be one of those where Phillip and Eli didn't start the immediate part of the season. It was Drew Brees and it was Kurt Warner who started, and then later in that season, the next year Phillip took over. Later in the season, Eli took over. I think it's going to be kind of one of those situations where not right this second, but we'll get you in there. If the ship ain't riding off right, then we go ahead and slash you in there, Sam, and see what we can do with you right now.
Right.
But I don't think you pass on your guy for Tyrod. I think Tyrod is solid, but I don't think you pass on your guy for
That's
Tyrod.
all he is.
I'm also thinking Sam is a little spoiled right now because he's had all these eyes on him leading up to the draft, and he, USC became the man all of a sudden.
Spoiled.
Yeah, we're the University of Spoiled Children, so we can be that sometimes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. I never heard that.
Spoiled
children. Okay.
Yeah,
breaking news.
That's 60,000. Oh, we have a caller in. Okay, we're going to take this caller and I'll table my thoughts.
Right.
Hello?
Yeah. Caller?
Do we have a caller on the line?
Caller.
Did you hang up on us, sir?
Uh-oh, we got disconnected. Hopefully they call back.
Call us back, man. Call us back.
As I was saying, I think that hopefully he takes that with stride if they don't start him. I don't see them not starting him. I just don't.
I don't either. But
I don't think. Yeah, that's the spoiled syndrome. I don't think he's that good. That way you gotta start.
So who are the Giants picking with the second pick in the draft?
Who are they picking, or who I want them to pick?
Who are they picking, and then who do you want?
I got them taking Bradley Chubb, unfortunately.
but they should take.
I think they're going to take Bradley Chubb, but they should take Saquon Barkley.
I agree.
I agree.
Bradley Chubb is cool. It's a DM, but this is my issue.
Who is Bradley?
If you were going to go defense and reload up your defense like they let JPP go, they traded JPP. If you were going to do that and add to your defense for Bradley Chubb, then you shouldn't have went and got Pat Shermer as a head coach. You could have went and took Wilkes from Carolina defensive coach.
Okay.
Like if you were going to put this on an old school Giant way defense, solid line, and we'll run down your throat and we'll play great defense, then you should go get a defensive coach. But
You
went
think
and
he's
got an
gonna go
offensive
second?
weapon. Who, Bradley Chubb? He's supposed to go top 5
So
to
do
the
you
Colts
think?
or something
Do
like
you
that.
I
think
think
they're
they're
going
gonna
to
pick a
pass?
quarterback.
Question: if they have since they have number 2 pick,
Right.
Let's say crazy something happens, Barkley goes 1. I don't know because they have Tyrod. Barkley goes 1. Do they pass on Sam Darnold at 2?
Who?
Because they have Eli,
They're definitely going to pick a quarterback if they don't pick Barkley,
right?
in my opinion.
So I'm saying if Barkley goes, I mean if Saquon goes 1,
Right. Do the Giants
they-
pass on Sam Darnold?
Yes.
Giants will not pass on Sam Darnold.
okay,
But then here goes that issue.
right.
Then you let Eli go.
I agree.
I'm waiting. Remember, I just said the bridging the gap for Cleveland.
Uh-huh.
But if you're going to do it in New York, you then play Sam right now. Let Eli go. Play Sam right now. Put him out there with them young
Right.
boys now because your line is what it is, and he's going to have to be mobile regardless.
Right.
Either way, you got to protect him. You're protecting Eli 2 different ways. If you go get Saquon Barkley, now you add in the run game and a pass option. So now, even if the line isn't that good, he could come out the backfield or he can run it with Pat Shermer's offense. If you're not and you're going to take a quarterback and let Pat Shermer develop him, then take him, put Sam Darnold in there right now. I am one to believe that they should give Pat Shermer a chance with having Eli for a year or 2 and developing Davis Webb. I don't think Davis Webb is trash.
Mm-hmm.
I just think he needs development. Like, a lot of quarterbacks need development. Aaron Rodgers didn't come out and start. He sat down 3 years. He developed. He didn't come out. We got to remember, Aaron Rodgers was drafted at the bottom of the draft.
No, I definitely agree with that whole letting a quarterback develop situation. I think that's why Brett Hundley is going to be good when he finally does get that. I
Brett
know
Hundley for
the Green Bay.
Green Bay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
He's learning behind
Aaron
Aaron
Rodgers.
Rodgers, you know,
Right.
and similar to Brady, you know, he didn't come in just terrorizing the league. Like,
Right.
he learned. So
behind
I
Drew
think,
Bledsoe.
yeah.
Like Deshaun Kaiser. I think that was good for Green Bay to get Deshaun Kaiser over there with Aaron Rodgers
Right.
and learn. I
so
think that was good.
So yeah, I think that we'll see.
And I think they're going to have a little dilemma, the Giants, per se.
What you
The
mean?
Giants are going to have some trouble.
They're going to have some trouble because I think some funny stuff because they're going to be, even if Darnold goes, I think it's going to be like, well, damn, do we go Barkley? Or
they going to think about
Daniel.
Chubb? My thing again.
Even Chubb is like, or do we think about Rosen? You know what I'm saying? Do you?
I don't think Rosen fits for the Giants. Send him to the Jets. They
Yeah.
need that kind of arrogance and attitude. We don't need that over there.
Y'all don't.
on the
Y'all
Giants.
have some-
We got
We have
enough
so
divas.
much.
Okay.
We got enough
All
divas.
right.
I was like,
We got
okay.
enough attitude and divas.
Yeah.
We don't need to add another one in there.
Right.
We got
That's
enough
what y'all got
that.
right now.
Well, speaking of the NFL draft and a little bit of arrogance and diva, there's this one player
Right.
who was in the league for all of 14 games, 2 seasons, and he participated in a pro day at the University of San Diego last Thursday. Former NFL quarterback Johnny Manziel. At least 13 NFL scouts came out to watch Manziel participate in that pro day.
14?
13 were reported at least. And he threw 38 passes, missing 2 in light rain. Does Johnny Manziel deserve to be even participating in a pro day?
Yes. Why not participate?
Yeah.
I was out
I
of the
feel
league
like
for my
those are-
personal issues. I got myself together. I worked out. I kept training. I've
Do you
stayed out
really
of the
believe
media.
it?
It wasn't a. I
Yeah,
don't think his
'cause
was
I
really
don't
a
think-
talent issue.
Yeah,
His was
Johnny
more
wasn't a
personal
talent.
stuff,
It was
like
a
you said.
personal issue. I'm a rich kid. I was running around Texas A&M. I was the man. I was feeling myself. I was doing some things.
Doing drugs and such and partying hard and
That's an average NFL player these days.
Yeah.
Just not seen.
right.
Then
just
Just not seen.
And then you
Mine
come
was
to
just
the
on
NFL
a.
and
My,
you get humbled.
mine was just. I just got caught in mine.
a lot.
I'm no
Caught
different
a couple
from
times.
Right. And I just
right.
think that he
Hitting
came.
your wife. I mean,
Watch this. I got a
girlfriend.
different. I got a different thing now.
No, but I'm saying, no, I think he came to the NFL and he got humbled. And now it's like, I don't know where to go. So like you say, he had to rebuild himself. So second chance.
I view him no different than Baker Mayfield. He ran from the police.
I think
if he was a black quarterback, Baker Mayfield would be scouted to get drafted in the second, third round by running from the police, throwing the middle finger up in the middle of a game, having character issues. But for you, they still want to put you top 10.
I agree.
Well, that kind of brings me to my next point. There were a lot of media members who were comparing this whole, why is Johnny Manziel getting 13 scouts coming to watch him at a pro day, and Colin Kaepernick is getting no looks, no calls, no nothing. And he's ready.
Colin Kaepernick.
Kaepernick has said it. So you said you brought up the black quarterback.
Right.
There is a comparison.
Well, listen, I have two different things. One, should he be in the league? Yes, as John Gruden said. I believe so. I believe he should be in the league. I believe he should be on the team. I have a different question for you guys. And me and Lauren debated the Kaepernick situation before, so I have a different situation. Why does he want to be in the league?
Why does Kaepernick want to be in the league?
Right.
Football, I believe. You're thinking. What do you want to do?
You know where I'm at this. Why do you? They're racist.
Okay.
That was his stance. They're not helping in our communities. He's tired of it. This, et cetera, et cetera. Right. Why do you want to play for how they went against it?
No, that was not his argument. His argument was that they're not bringing awareness. He was using his platform to bring awareness to the social injustice that black men and just
when I say they said he's racist, he compared the owner of the Baltimore Raiders to the guy from Django. That is making a racist statement, is what you're saying. He's a slave owner.
Right.
Is what you're saying. So you're comparing that
but
to
the initial
correlation. No, I'm not talking about the initial. I'm just talking about how it's progressed. How it has progressed
But that doesn't take away from the fact that as a football player, perhaps you are the one of the Bennett brothers who is outspoken about, the social injustice, but that doesn't take away from your love of the game of football and that that's all you did for years. That's all you knew and so that's what you dedicated your entire life to. So it's not like
you started a new path in life, though.
Right.
Perhaps, but okay.
Pretty much like this, Courtney. Growing up and your first love is football, per se. You come up, you play, something happens. You always want to get back to that because that's your glory days. That's your passion. That's your love. Right. So, yes, you want to get... Granted, there's maybe racist owners. There may be people that are unfair, but it is what it is. He wants to play football because that's his love.
Is he going to kneel?
Is he going to kneel?
Or is he going to stand?
That's a good question.
You can't come back and stand.
Well, can he get a call first, and then we can
I'm with you on that. I'm with you on him getting in.
Because he should be in the league.
Because he should be
in the league. Yeah. Absolutely, we all agree on that.
I think of all the backup quarterbacks in the league right now that are getting
what's his name? He just signed today? Oklahoma State. Brandon Wheaton.
Yeah,
he just signed today for the Texans, I believe.
Okay.
Kaepernick is better than him.
Kaepernick better than a lot of people that just got signed. Right. Kaepernick is better than a lot of people that just got signed.
Right.
By far.
But the situation.
Would he get a job? Yeah. Oh, and I got another message too, and I'm glad we on camera and everything. John Gruden said it's weird that he's not on the team and he should be on the team. Well, the Oakland Raiders could use a backup because Derek Carr got hurt the last 2 years.
Exactly.
So, if you feel that way,
Preach,
why not bring him in?
Preach.
You can't tell us he should be on the team. He should be here, and you are now a coach of 10 years, making a lot of money, and you got a lot of decision making, and he don't end up on the Oakland Raiders.
Right.
So unless he ends up on the Oakland Raiders, John Gruden, shut the hell up and just coach your team. Because don't tell us he should be on an NFL roster. And
when you have the power to make
you got a power to make it happen, and you need a backup because back injuries are really shaky, and Derek Carr just had one.
Major one.
Major.
Just saying.
Injured the past 2 seasons, correct?
Yeah.
Just saying.
So, I briefly want to touch on NFL free agency before we go back to the NBA playoff picture. Okay. So, the Rams inked 5-time Pro Bowler Ndamukong Suh to a 1-year, $14 million deal. Now, the Rams already had bolstered up their offense with the additions of their secondary, Marcus Peters and Aqib Talib.
Right.
And, of course, they still have Aaron Donald. So, are they going to be the best defense in the league?
They definitely
They'll be top 3, top 4.
Have an elite line, for sure.
Oh, they legit.
Their front 7 is going to be nice.
On
if
paper,
I was
they
any
legit.
quarterback, I'd be like, we're going to cross off. I'm just going to be sick. I'm going to just have to get really sick.
On paper, they're really legit. And because the way they boosted their offense, their defense, Now I'm going to pay much more attention to their draft.
Where they slide to pick in the first round, or do they have first round pick?
I think they're at the end of the first round, like 20, anywhere from 26 to 31.
Somewhere in there. So what?
Yeah, like
what,
26 to 31.
I mean, we were talking prior to the show, and you said there needs to target
23.
Oh, that's
okay.
good.
That's even
you
better.
You said they need to target some receivers.
Yeah, they got to target. I think their draft should be targeted on offense.
Yeah,
I agree.
Definitely,
I agree with that,
they need no more defense.
Right. I mean, if you get you a third, fourth round, you steal you a corner, you steal you a safety, you steal you a linebacker.
Yeah, if you see somebody later on in the draft that's elite on defense, you feel it can be elite on defense.
Somebody that falls, snatch him up quickly. You know, people always fall in the draft. A corner might fall out. Peters and Talib, I believe, are like 1 year deals anyway. So it's nothing wrong with learning from Peters and Talib for a year, just in case we lose one of these guys. But I think offense is where you could get you a backup running back behind Todd, just in case Todd, come up gimpy during the season. You can add to that receiving core.
Definitely could bolster the receiving core.
Got to bolster the receiving core.
So you think they target like primary receivers or?
Odell was rumored to.
Yeah.
Odell was rumored to be on the trade mill for the Rams.
Right.
How you feel about that?
I think they're doing a lot. I think the Giants and Odell doing a lot of posturing in between the media amongst each other. They're media negotiating right now. They're fighting over contract in the media negotiations. So I'm not getting on the field
really
until
just give him what he wants.
Not $100 million. Sorry.
I don't think
where's
you
that
guys
money going?
I don't think you guys are good enough to just say we don't give this person $100 million when he's an elite receiver.
He is an elite receiver, but $100 million.
Well, I think the Rams will take him.
But no, listen, they're not in a. They just came off a 3-13 season. You have an elite wide receiver. You guys aren't in position to say no. Don't give him $100 million.
Right.
Or why doesn't he deserve $100 million? Knowing this is an elite receiver in the NFL, you guys do not have any other elite receiver. Nobody that plays up to his caliber. Nobody that's up to his caliber. Why doesn't he deserve $100 million? If I may ask you.
100 over 5, so we supposed to
$20
give
million
him,
a year.
We're supposed to give him $20 million a year.
I'm not. It depends. Y'all can discuss. However much it's going to be fully guaranteed.
Listen, this is what I feel, and I've always felt this way, and this isn't just about Odell. This is period.
Okay,
you're a franchise guy. That's more than talent. That's more than what your yards and your numbers say.
Right.
That's about accountability. That's about reliability. That's about your attitude and your actions too.
Well, yeah.
You don't get to run around here and do what you want, say what you want, move as you please. But then we got to pay you how we want. But we don't know if you're 100% reliable.
Right.
You started off your original season. You missed the preseason. You missed the first 4 games.
They've given a lot of money to a lot of players that we don't know if they're reliable.
Who has? The Giants?
Who was that quarterback that just signed the top?
Kirk Cousins?
Kirk Cousins.
I'm talking about the New York Giants. I'm talking about the New York Giant organization.
NFL is giving out money.
No, we're not talking NFL. I'm with you. NFL. If that's what you want to do, go out there and get that money.
The New York Giants have the money.
Go ahead, man.
Again? Y'all have the money.
No, not in cap-wise. We got money as far as franchise, not cap-wise. Cap-wise, we ain't got the money. But franchise-wise, but they made room for the money. And again, I'm not saying he don't. Me, personally, I think Odell should get 18.5 over 5 years, which would come out 92, I believe, 92.5.
Just give him the $8 million.
No, 92.5 and make it 18. He getting paid more than old boy and Mike Evans. Okay, he'd be the highest paid receiver in the game. It's
the way I'm advocating, I should just get him. I'm just gonna put that out there.
And I think it should be incentive based outside of drugs or conduct. If he's suspended for drugs or conduct, he got to lose some of that guarantee. Give him 65. Give him 65 guarantee. 92.5 over 5.
Okay.
Player incentive, that conduct or drug.
Now, I agree with the player incentive.
I like where you're going with this.
He got to lose 20 mil if that 65 and go down to 45. We still got to hold you accountable. We just don't give you money and then you don't got to do nothing.
Right.
We have seen you in biggest games and biggest moments drop passes. That matters.
Right.
Because you're getting paid $20 million. I don't want to see you go drop the ball against Carolina on a wide open play. Right. I don't want to see you come out here in Green Bay after you went and hang out on a yacht and had fun with Trey Songz and Justin Bieber's on a boat, but you out here dropping passes looking at your hand. That ain't worth $20 million, brother.
You're right.
Plenty of people won Super Bowls without elite receivers. You could go out there to Cincinnati. We take A.J. Green. You go to Cincinnati, play with Andy Dalton, and do all the dancing you want. Your ass be at home.
But you wouldn't.
That's the general manager.
Because Courtney. I get what you're saying about the yeah, exactly. I get what you're saying about the franchise players. I think we got away from that in this new era, new generation. I definitely believe in the 90s and early 2000s, franchise players was more than just your talent.
I ask you this: does he deserve more money than Antonio Brown?
No.
18.5 will put him. 18.5 will put him more than Antonio Brown. Does he deserve more money?
When did Antonio Brown just like? When was his last contract?
About 2 years ago. He just restructured. He'll get $17 million this year. Does he deserve more than Antonio Brown?
That's tough.
Does he deserve more than Julio Jones?
No.
But these the numbers he want. He want $20 million a year.
No.
Antonio Brown has showed up in the mobs.
I definitely believe that
Julio Jones showed up in the mobs. I don't care how many drafts he got. When it was money time, it was money time.
I'll lobby for Antonio Brown over Julio.
But here we go.
Over Julio. You think so? AB over Julio?
Yeah.
AB the best receiver in the game to me.
To me, yeah, same. I can.
To me,
Julio snags everything.
I'm with you. But now, should Odell get more than these two guys?
He's up there though. It's not like
he up there, but now we about to give him 20. This is the problem I got, and I respect Odell. I incentive base it both ways. Incentive base it on the back end where conduct of drugs, you lose guaranteed money. And if your numbers go crazy, it's a playoffs and this, then we give you some more. I'm not arguing you giving you 20. I'm arguing your reliability and what we got to deal with your antics. You punching holes in the walls in the stadium. I ain't got to deal with that with Antonio Brown. I don't got to deal with that with Julio Jones.
So you're saying we can agree this? What you're saying?
Julio's old. I think he would he's like, I got to protect
Julio's not old. Don't do Julio.
So, I mean, in terms of sports here.
So I think that's what we're saying here. You'll give him the $100 million, but it just has to be incentivized.
And you can get 100 on, and either way, I got to be incentive.
I'm going to restructure my next contract the exact same way, and I'm going to have you do it. Okay, incentives.
It's incentive based, baby.
Okay, I can do that.
I'm not mad at you making your money. Earn it though. You got to give me something to get it. You just want 20. I respect. Look, LeBron James. Just on a side note, LeBron James is a great player.
The greatest.
LeBron James didn't always make the most money on his team. Correct. He made it outside. Nike just gave you 20 and some change. You could go get another head and shoulders deal. Yeah. You could dance. You could go get you a dancing deal. But brother, wait, I got to pay you all this on the field.
That I want to touch on because I had someone bring this up to me as a random question.
Ain't it a game that dance?
But LeBron,
my kids play that game too.
They asked, why did LeBron sign with Nike and not just go LeBron James and create his own thing?
Right.
Do you guys agree with that?
Well, I think it was definitely different back then. A lot of people weren't doing their own. I'm just going to be my own shoe. Look at Jordan back then. He signed with Nike.
Yeah, I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? So I think it was better then just to go say because LeBron was offered some stuff.
And then I look at LeBron also that one at that time, maybe not now, but at that time I thought Brown wanted to kind of follow in the legacy of Mike and building your own brand.
Wouldn't he have just been? He would have just been racking up all that money now.
Yeah, but I also think it was smart, and I still think he can walk away from doing it, but I also think it was smart to get him and
He's a lifer.
True.
They're paying him $1 billion.
Him and his affiliate, but also if he decided to terminate his deal and walk away, right? If let's say he got an out clause and he can walk away, I think it was smart of him to get him and his contemporaries and his peers in that environment and learn the Nike game and learn the shoe and apparel game. To where now they can do it and they got the knowledge.
Because he has a great
coming out of high school. Right, coming out of high school, I didn't think he was prepared to really own my own shoe and do it the right way.
But you're never really prepared. I think it's just more so believing in you and your brand.
But the talent was there. It's just you still have to have the right people behind you because.
Hey, somebody on our Facebook made a great point. I'm sorry to cut you off.
Go ahead.
They asked, does Odell Beckham deserve more than DeAndre? Is he more reliable than DeAndre Hopkins?
What were his numbers last year? You
see how you got to think about that? D. Hopkins ain't always had the best quarterbacks or the best situation, but he shows up.
He definitely shows.
He shows up.
I would go Odell, but the fact like you said, the fact that I actually have to think about that is a problem. But
that's my point.
I had to think about that.
In 2017, he had 96 receptions, 1,378 yards, 13 touchdowns.
D-Hop out here. This is what I'm saying when it comes to Odell. Yeah. I'm not knocking Odell. I'm just saying you out here talking best play. I want the highest paid player in the NFL. Oh, Slim.
But like I said, the perfect thing like we just agreed on. You can have what you want, 100 million, perfect. Take that. Make it incentivized. So if you mess up, go from 65 guaranteed, 55 guaranteed.
Yeah, with that 100, he gonna want 70 guaranteed.
Okay, but cool. We gonna put in your contract. But if this happens within,
right? I'm with you.
Yeah, you can get your upfront bonus too. You want 23 million, 32 million this year here. Guaranteed.
The fact that we're even talking about this kind of money, man.
I know you should have.
Jeez.
I know.
Yeah, no. Even if I played football, I wouldn't.
Yeah, you wouldn't. Yeah.
So anywho,
that's a whole nother topic for another day.
Okay, come on.
Let's go on to the NBA playoff picture.
Let's do it.
Right.
Okay, Eastern Conference. They're sitting with the Raptors still number 1.
Right.
The Celtics number 2.
Right.
Pacers 3. Cavs 4. Wizards 5. 76ers 6. Bucks 7. And then Heat 8.
I have a
Pistons
message.
9.
You got a message?
We throwing out messages.
Okay, here we go.
I'm tired.
Mike can have a message in a minute.
Here we go.
Put the camera on me.
Message.
I'm
Put the
tired.
camera on me.
I'm tired of this. Can we please, everyone,
here we
America,
go.
whoever's watching,
I feel it coming.
can we please stop disrespecting LeBron James?
How?
This
What do
is
you
getting
mean?
out of hand. For people out there saying, this is the
I thought
year.
you were going to go DeMar DeRozan, LA guy.
No. We're not
He don't
worried
care
about
about
DeMar.
DeAndre.
No.
He can't even say his name right. Said DeAndre.
DeAndre Rose.
Hey, go ahead,
No,
guys.
because
LeBron.
all this is the year LeBron's not getting to the finals. It's over.
Right.
It's Boston's year. Then all of a sudden now it's Toronto's year. And now Kevin Love's back and it's like, oh, hey, yeah, everybody, we thought it was going to be the Cavs. No.
It's the Eastern Conference.
No, that doesn't matter. LeBron James
Right.
is the best basketball player we have ever seen, whether you guys agree or not.
No, we
See,
agree.
But,
Yeah.
okay, we don't have to argue that right now.
Ever seen? Ever?
Lift this up so you can see my face.
Ever seen?
Ever.
Come this way.
God, I'm going to let you finish your statement before you
LeBron
say it.
James is the best basketball player we have ever seen walk this planet. That's another topic for another day. Or
Right.
we can do it later, whatever you
Oh,
want to
let's
do.
do it a little bit later. But
Okay.
let's go back to the playoff picture.
Pause. 1 second. Just stop disrespecting. This man is about to go to his 8th straight finals. Stop trying to pick someone else to supplant him and say this is their year. It's not. Mm-hmm. It's over. No Philly, no Boston, no Toronto.
Right.
Well, definitely no Boston. I mean, they're... Oh, okay, we have a caller.
Okay, we got a caller.
Let's see if we can connect with this time.
What's going on? Who with us?
Yo, Courtney, what's good, my guy?
Hello, sir. Welcome. What's your question?
Can we get your name first?
What's your name?
This is Johnny, bro.
How you doing, sir? What's your question?
What's up? I'm listening to you at the debate. I did not know the Celtics was second. I think the Celtics was first.
No, they are second to the Toronto Raptors.
They're actually 3 games behind.
Yeah, they 3 games behind them, actually. And they might not catch up because everybody hurt over there.
I don't think they're going to catch, but they have games around because Toronto's been like 2-3 over the last 5, I believe.
Yeah. 3 of the last 5.
Raptors.
Who you got winning the finals?
8-game winning streak.
Huh?
But I ain't gonna hold you. I think the Brooklyn Nets going.
Raptors?
I think
No,
the Celtics, the Sixers is taking it. The Sixers is taking it this year.
The Sixers are going to the NBA Finals this year?
Yes, they're taking a chip. The Sixers.
Can they beat Cleveland?
Huh?
Can they beat Cleveland?
It's okay.
They're gonna
Let's see what
destroy
the standings are.
Cleveland.
Okay, so
The
you.
disrespect is still going on.
All right, so
Who's gonna guard Ben Simmons?
Whoever can sit back in the paint.
okay.
He's a point guard. Ben Simmons is a point guard.
He is. He's an amazing point guard. I think
So
he's the
who's
rookie
gonna
of the year,
guard him?
actually.
Only person that can put him in is LeBron. Then you got Embiid. Who's going to stop him?
This is what you need to understand. What's the name?
Johnny.
Johnny, this is what you understand. Mike Cotton, pleasure to meet you, my man. This is what you need to understand. They're a young team. This is a man's league. Nobody comes in first year in the playoffs and just, hey, we're going
Well,
to...
you know this is J5, right?
I know exactly who you are. He's answering you. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm listening.
He's
I'm
talking to
watching
you. Go ahead. I'm with you. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Finish,
yeah.
Mike.
This is not...
Nice to meet you, Johnny, like that, so I had to make sure.
Go ahead, brother.
But yeah,
Mike is talking to you.
Yeah, you're not going to just come in rookie year and just take over and run through the whole playoffs. It doesn't work like that in the NBA. You have to take your lumps. You get in the first round, you see how you do. You come back, you see what you need to work on. Maybe you go to the second round, conference finals. The year is to improve. The goal is to improve every single year. You're not coming in year one, upsetting them, going to the finals. It does not work like that, Johnny. I'm sorry. And if you're looking forward to that,
I could have sworn LeBron did that. on the Cavaliers.
no, sir. LeBron missed the playoffs his first 2 seasons. The third year, he beat Washington in the first round, then went to the second round and lost to the Pistons.
Yeah, they just had a real good record, but Philadelphia winning the finals. I mean, going to the finals is a stretch. They're good. I don't know if they can win it. Can they beat the Cavs?
No.
It'll be a tough series. I think they could go 6 or 7. I don't know if they could beat them.
7.
I'll give them a hell of a shot though. I'll give you 7. I give you 7. They got enough bodies to go 7 with them.
All right, so who are they playing the first round? Who are the
They would play the Washington Wizards as of right now.
Who, the Cavs?
So they making it to the. I'm not talking about the Wizards. I'm talking about the Sixers.
The Sixers in the first round would
They're the fourth seed right now, so they would play the 5 seed, which would be the Indiana Pacers.
They would get the Pacers in the first round.
Oh yeah, we going to the second round.
Okay, that's
all right.
possible.
We appreciate your call, man.
Thanks.
Stay tuned in. Thank you.
Pleasure, Johnny. Thank you. As soon as I send the message, people still calling with the disrespect. I don't get it.
I think that's exactly why, because you just
okay. So give us the playoff matchups right now, Lauren.
I'm
1-827-3645. 1-8 off the top of my head. I know it'd be Toronto and Milwaukee's 8. Toronto versus Milwaukee. 2 would be Boston versus 7. Come on.
I'm just waiting
Miami.
for this to load.
Miami?
Yes, Toronto, Miami. 3-6.
No, you mean Boston, Miami.
What did I say? I said Toronto?
Yeah.
Sorry, Boston, Miami.
Gotcha.
3-6 would be Cleveland, Washington. 4-5 would be Indiana and Philadelphia.
Okay, so yeah, let's run it back. It's 1-8. Raptors, Heat.
Raptors, Heat, 1-8 right now. Who y'all got in that? Who y'all got in there?
Definitely have the Raptors.
Have another caller.
You got the Raptors?
Another caller.
I got the
I don't
Heat.
know. Yeah, the Heat might. The Heat
got another caller, guys.
Okay,
all right.
okay.
Who's
Go
on
ahead,
with
caller.
This is Big Stanfield. You know what it is. What's up, Court?
Hey, how you doing, Stanfield? What's going on?
Man, good, man. I had to call in, man. I just got back to the crib, man, and I heard this blasphemous talk about LeBron James being the greatest to walk the earth, man.
Okay. Well, that's for Mike. You and Mike can talk that out.
I don't understand what was blasphemous about that.
Listen. Let me say this. Mike needs to classify exactly what he's saying. Is LeBron James the best all-around basketball player to step on an NBA court? Absolutely.
That means he's the best basketball player there, correct?
No, that does not mean that he's the greatest basketball player to ever walk the earth player. Absolutely.
If I'm the
not.
best
First
all
of all,
around, that means I can do
first of all,
everything. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. You got your point. You called. Go ahead.
You said LeBron James went to 8 straight finals, right?
This will be his 8th straight this year.
Right.
Oh, okay. Did Mike take 2 years off?
Mike did take 2 years off.
To play base.
Did he do 3 and 3?
He did do 3 and 3.
Yes, he was not going to do. He was not going to do that second three-peat unless he lobbied and got Dennis Rodman though. So,
Let's be
which is
real,
why they
right?
got their butt kicked by Orlando, but everybody burned the tapes.
If Mike never leaves, Horace Grant never leaves. That means they never fall off. That means and they picked up Kukoc as soon as Mike left. So, right, you really stretching on that one.
They're not winning that second three-peat without Dennis Rodman. No way, no how.
Listen, they're not even going into a second three-peat, bro. They going 8 straight, just like LeBron did.
That's
and
not-
they're winning all of them, and they're not seeing a Game 7 ever.
That's not true. Michael Jordan stated, I'll find it somewhere and I'll post it. Michael Jordan said the one person that he does not want to face in the final is Akeem Olajuwon. We have no one to stop him. Akeem Olajuwon, with that amount of skill and talent, plus the shooters around
It's
him,
not up to-
I think Houston would have took them.
It was never up to Mike to stop Hakeem Olajuwon. It was up to Phil Jackson.
Phil Jackson couldn't stop him. Nobody could. The only person that
I
could
have
stop
this
that man in the
question.
post was Jesus Christ himself.
I have this question for both of you guys. If LeBron James is the best player, overall, player to step on a basketball court for both of you guys, right?
Correct.
And, some say Mike, some say LeBron. This is my question. How is it that in a small forward position, LeBron James has never averaged 10 rebounds, but Larry Bird did it for a season, and he was much more unathletic than LeBron James?
Okay.
How is it that LeBron James has no defensive awards, but Mike has them?
He has one.
How is it that LeBron James does not have a defensive player of the year
No, I'm
award?
saying
He
Jordan
never
has
led the
one
league in
defensive player. of the year.
He has a defensive player of the year, and he led the league in steals. LeBron James has never done either.
So if you lead the league and still, that means you're a great defender.
Let me take that. Mike, let me take hold up.
Go ahead. I'm asking because that's not a good.
Larry Bird played in a league that the majority of the players were below. The majority of the players at his position were 6'5" and below. In today's league, the majority of players that play the small forward are 6'9".
Mm-hmm.
So that's why.
And majority of them ain't 270. Next.
That's
Right.
Yeah, but you got got to understand, LeBron is running the floor and half the time running the point. Larry Bird.
That's his problem.
So
It's not a problem.
All right, I'm with you. He running the point. He never averaged 10 assists neither. But he's a pass-first guard, but he averaged 25 points.
That's not the question at hand.
I'm just saying, every statistic I'm going to when you say he was the best player ever.
That's not the question at hand. Hold up. And then secondly, what was the second question?
He led.
Does he have any defensive
No, he doesn't. He doesn't.
Well, my whole thing is if you and you know I'm not really big on LeBron,
right?
But I give credit where credit is due.
Right.
If you playing with a bunch of high school players, it's hard to be defensive player of the year when it's looking like you're getting slaughtered every night and you got to check everybody else on everybody else's team just so y'all can make it to the playoffs, and then you got to carry people all the way to the front on the offensive end. You're killing yourself on the offensive end. It's hard to be. It's hard to be both sides.
Yeah, I'm like, no.
That's an amazing excuse for the first 7 years, not Miami and not Cleveland. And I like how you threw that excuse in there. Ron Artest got him. Dwight Howard got him. He was a high school player.
Dwight Howard got what?
Yeah,
Kawhi Leonard got one. I can name you a few people who got. I can name you a few people who got Defensive Player of the Years. Don't do that.
What does that mean?
He's like one of the best defensive.
I can give you a few that got Defensive Player of the Years or led the league in steals and everything.
Leading the league in
he
steals
has
does not
none.
mean you're a good defender.
No,
Stephen Curry led the league in steals. He can guard. Guard me right.
I'm not arguing. He's never won it. He's never been a steals leader.
That doesn't mean anything.
That led the league in points and got Defensive Player of the Year other than Mike and Kobe. Name one.
It don't matter. This is the greatest player ever we're talking about.
That's what we're talking about.
So you want to name him the greatest player ever? Hold on, wait. You're willing to put him above Michael Jordan, but he doesn't have to have the resume.
In terms of what? In terms of greatness or in terms of all around play?
As all around player, you don't got to have the resume I got, but it's okay for you to give you the title.
It's okay. I wouldn't say give him the title because greatness is not defined by statistics. We all know that, but.
All right, I'm with you.
I am saying that for the most part, LeBron does everything. LeBron does everything that Jordan does, and a lot of the stuff he does better. Now, what I would say is this: LeBron didn't.
D, we're gonna have to let you go in a second.
Yeah, D, we're gonna let you go. Stay with us. Jump on the Facebook.
Okay, I got you. I'm gonna hop back on the video.
All right,
appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
Come on.
Yeah. So. There was a lot said in there,
right?
But I just want to point out that Mike Cotton said that Steph Curry couldn't guard him right now. So
right.
Is that something?
And I'm saying, so you said when he brings up that you led the league in steals, that does not mean anything. One of your favorite players, Allen Iverson, led the league in steals, and his defense was not his strongest attribute. Plenty of players have led the league in steals, but they cannot guard, a la Stephen Curry recently. So just because you lead the league in steals doesn't mean anything. LeBron also leads this guy in rebounds and assists.
30 points on 50% shooting.
He takes more shots.
Excuse me. 30 points on 50% shooting is what Kevin Durant averaged the first time he seen LeBron in the finals.
Okay.
And the last time he averaged it.
Okay.
3 of the last. Anybody that beat LeBron James in the finals, the MVP went to the guy that LeBron had. I'm just saying, I'm not arguing what you're saying in steals. I'm just saying Mike was the defensive player of the year. I led the league in steals. I have defensive numbers. You're not going to give.
LeBron has he has plenty of first team.
I'm just asking you, when is he going to lead in any category outside of scoring?
That doesn't mean anything. It does not.
So being an assist leader don't mean nothing.
No, Russell Westbrook cannot pass as good as LeBron James, and he led the league in assists last year. And
so
you know
get
that.
the assists.
Get
the record, brother.
Is Russell Westbrook a better passer than LeBron James? No way in hell. So
LeBron James a pass first player or a scorer?
I think he's a pass
first player.
But a lot of people
he's never averaged 10 assists.
That doesn't mean anything.
It does.
No, it doesn't.
Pass first players has averaged it. Chris Paul, Rajon Rondo.
It also depends on who's on the team.
Right.
How many different times are we going to say that? Dwayne Wade, Ray Allen, Chris Bosh. God damn, Rashard Lewis. How many dudes he need to get 10 assists?
Why does he have to average 10 assists if you're averaging 27, 7, and 7?
That's
why do you have to?
Because there's other people who have. You're a pass-first guy. There are other point guards. When you're telling me you're a pass-first guy, he's a point guard doing these things, you should be able to get it once. Magic Johnson, you put him past Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson averaged 10.
Not a better passer than Magic Johnson.
Magic Johnson averaged 10.
He did. Magic Johnson is the best passer ever.
Did he average 10?
Of course.
Did he have a loaded squad?
Yeah.
Did he have the ball in his hand 90% of the time?
Yeah.
He averaged 10, right?
He did.
All right. Chris Paul's a pass first, right?
Yeah.
He averaged 10, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm
Why
giving
do
you
you have
point
to?
guards that you're willing to put him past. Mike averaged 6, 7 assists. You won't call him pass first. You call him a scorer.
He is a scorer. You know that.
LeBron James has averaged 25 points in his career. That's his average. 25.
27.
Anybody else? His average is 25, not 27 for his career.
Okay.
It's 25 and some
7.
change.
Okay.
Now, anybody else that average 25 points in this league, they consider a scorer.
Okay.
Outside of LeBron James, they'll say he's a pass-first guy.
Okay.
Now, we go to anybody else pass-first that you would believe, they average 10 assists at one point in their career.
Why does
you can't keep changing the rules only because it's LeBron James.
Well, LeBron is a one of one.
Here we go. We're one of one. Here we go.
He is.
Here we go.
One of one. He's
that you have to.
No, I'm just saying you can't keep changing the rules.
This is like Courtney's standards.
But that doesn't.
It's not Courtney's standards. I'm just saying, name a pass first dude and tell me he never averaged 10 assists.
But that doesn't mean if you average 10 assists, does that mean you're a pass first dude? No,
I'm not.
So
I'm not saying that.
It goes both ways, Courtney. You can't
name me a dude that averaged 10 that ain't pass first.
I don't know. But what I'm saying, just because you average, I can give you some that average 10 that are not pass first.
Outside of Rondo, name him.
Russell Westbrook averaged 10 assists.
Outside of Westbrook, name him.
James Harden.
He's passing right now.
But he's not pass first.
Okay, here we
James
go.
Harden will give you
he can score. Because he can score.
Scoring is his greatest attribute.
He's a shooter.
He's scoring his greatest attribute. He's averaging 10. Who's the better player?
Out of who?
LeBron and James.
LeBron.
Okay, anyway,
10 assists?
let's move on to
No, I'm just trying to make a point. LeBron is better than James Harden.
Correct.
James Harden averaged 10 assists?
Yeah.
Stop. Russell Westbrook is not a better player than LeBron James, right?
Right.
He averaged 10 assists?
Right.
Again, another one. This is a pass first dude that is better than everybody that can't get us 10 in no category.
Why does he
can't
need
get you
it, though?
double?
Why
Because
does he need
you're the best player.
So
everybody, the best players you have done it. Magic did it.
So you have to average 10 assists.
You better than everybody, but you don't got to do or have the resume that everybody has.
He does. He has a good resume.
I don't think that's the resume qualification. That
he don't got the defensive numbers. He don't got a defensive
championships.
He don't got more championships than Magic. He got 3. Magic got 3.
Not yet.
Magic got 5.
Not yet. So right now, if he stopped, he don't got more than Magic.
Okay, but he hasn't. He's nowhere near stopping. So let's wait until the end of his career.
He just named him the best one right now. I'm just saying right now. He don't got more than Magic, right?
No.
But he's better.
I think Magic Johnson's the best player ever.
Okay, fair. That is argumentative. That's an argument. But all I'm saying is, look, Mike don't like that.
He changed the game of basketball.
Y'all gotta stop.
6'9" point guard.
He did not change the game of basketball.
Yes,
Magic Johnson changed the game of basketball in his era.
He elevated the game and brought the game off. I'm sorry.
He elevated the game.
He elevated the game, brought the game off tape delay, and it rose.
That's changing.
Sounds like change.
That sounds like change to me.
Sounds like the definition of change.
That sounds like the definition of change. If I took it off tape delay to live, that's change.
I think he elevated the word. So y'all guess you can qualify that as.
Yeah, he changed the game.
Yeah. Okay, but anyways, let's move on to a guy who we're not really sure if he's ever coming back to basketball.
Who
is this?
Kawhi Leonard.
Oh. He's coming back.
Lauren a hater.
No, I love Kawhi. I think he's still driving the car that he had in college. I mean, he's the most sensible, practical.
I think he had a red
guy
Toyota or something.
Yeah, I mean,
I would love to see you
balling on a budget.
So funny.
I would love to interview him.
Balling on a budget.
Very short.
Nah, Kawhi talk to you.
No, I think he would.
Kawhi talk to you, man.
I'll give him the
I think Kawhi got more personality than people think.
You have to ask any guy. What I've learned is you have to ask him the right questions
to get the right answers.
Because they'll get upset, right?
Not upset.
Some people just don't want to answer stupid questions.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying a lot of times
people ask a lot of stupid questions,
and a lot of times people ask stupid questions after coming off of a loss, which frustrates players.
Right, but I mean, just in general, I think guys want to talk to you if you're not asking yes or no questions, and if you're asking questions where it seems like you've done the research and you care, like it's just not stupid, So that's what I in my experience, that's what I've learned. But I digress. Is Kawhi coming back? When is he coming back? Do we have to have another team meeting?
He's supposed to come back at the end of the season and play in the playoffs. I wouldn't bring him back per se. I think Kawhi Leonard could possibly get traded this offseason.
I didn't know Kawhi Leonard changed his agent. And the problem, you want to know what my problem, what I think his problem is?
Yeah.
number 21 is no longer there, and he's looking at this team and going, y'all old, and the young ones is trash, and I'm not about to carry this load by myself.
Well, the thing is also when they're saying
I don't think he want to be in San Antonio no more.
I don't.
Yeah,
either.
that's the part.
But they say he's hurt, and they said he's clear, but he doesn't feel good enough to go out there.
No, he hurt. His feelings hurt. That's what's hurt.
His heart hurts.
But we're going to see what really happens this offseason.
He's stressed.
Listen, we're going to see what happens this offseason when they have a chance to offer him $200 million. And wait, where you going?
Trade him for John Wall.
Whoa.
Send him to Washington for John Wall.
Why?
John Wall needs
Washington
out of
doesn't
Washington.
want-
Washington don't. They might act like it, but they don't want John
want him,
Wall, or
yeah.
they shouldn't. At this point, if they can do that, they can make some moves. Put it like that. They can make some moves. They can get them a point guard this summer to go along, and then you add.
You don't like DeJounte Murray?
Who
For the Spurs. DeJounte Murray, their point guard. He's solid.
yeah, but he ain't John Wall.
Well, dang, he just got in the league. Of course he's not John Wall.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, but now.
Oh, you talking like today. We need to pop today.
End of the season, trade Kawhi to Washington. Washington send John
like
Wall.
that.
It works for everybody. Washington gets them a small forward, two-way player to go right next to Bradley Beal. They can get them a point. San Antonio gets them a point guard that they need.
John Wall and LaMarcus Aldridge and some bodies.
John Wall, LaMarcus Aldridge, and add around it. All right, cool.
Draft.
Good start.
No.
Trade.
Trade, sign somebody.
You have told me John Wall is not a good leader. That's what you have told me.
He ain't got to be a good leader with Pop.
But he's not fit for Washington.
John Wall.
That doesn't mean that he's not fit for any locker room.
Well, I
it got
anybody.
stale.
He don't need to be a leader with Greg Popovich, though. You're going to run this system. You're going to run this system the way I say run this system. You're going to play defense. And I don't need you to lead. There's a group of us. They lead as a unit here. They don't need you to be the single file leader. Pop got that, brother. When you start shooting shots, you need not shoot because you can't shoot. You're going to get out the game.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how
I think a better coach would do great wonders for John Wall.
Actually, agree.
Actually, the best.
And why not learn from a guy who couldn't shoot, and Tony Parker? Why not learn from him how to come off a pick and roll and shoot from the free throw line?
Parker going to be in the league?
Hey, man, keep collecting your checks, Tony. Don't let her hate on you.
Oh.
Keep collecting your checks. Man, I got love for you,
I'm
TP.
not hating. I'm just asking a
How
question.
long he going to be there? As long as he won't be.
Okay, yeah, Steve Nash sitting on the bench and collect check. I'm not mad at you.
that.
I would do the same thing, okay? All right, guys. Well, are we good on
Yeah.
Kawhi?
Yeah. I mean, you good. You got
March Madness.
Right. Talk about it.
Yeah, the national championship is on
Everybody's
the
bracket is
best
busted.
day of the year, April 2nd.
I just want to
Oh,
win
it's
my
your birthday.
bracket.
It's my
Oh,
birthday.
check you out.
So
Who you got? Let's talk to you. Who you got national title? Talk to us.
So I picked Duke to win it all.
Shout out to Duke losing. Ha!
Did you pick Arizona? Were
I
you
did.
the one? Oh, okay.
I did pick
So
Arizona.
anyways,
It
we
doesn't
can
matter. Duke
quiet
lost.
that down.
Duke lost.
Talk to
Right, long after Arizona.
I don't
lost,
care. I don't
okay?
care as long as they
Anywho.
lost.
I just want to win my bracket, and I just need Villanova to lose this next game.
Yeah,
and
well,
I'll win my bracket.
Villanova.
It's not looking good.
Who do we have in that national championship game?
I'm taking. Who's
I'm going
Villanova?
Loyola Chicago
I'm going Loyola Chicago.
and Villanova. That's where I'm going.
No. In Kansas.
I'll take that.
And I'm taking Loyola.
Nah, I'm lying.
You're lying?
I'm lying.
Okay.
Michigan, Kansas.
Yeah.
Yeah. Michigan,
I
Kansas,
think Loyola
Kansas
takes
win.
them. I really do. I really think Loyola takes them.
Just the momentum of this team. Whatever, they've already been a success story.
And
Like
Sister Jean is bringing them luck.
Jesus Christ.
Y'all
they
don't
can
know?
put that to rest.
No Sister Jean?
Luck.
Rest it.
Luck.
What you call it?
Where she was at the fucking first 3-4 years. Where she been at the last 50 fucking years. Sister Jean ain't young. She ain't a spring chicken.
Hey, we're talking about now. Listen, y'all want to live in the past,
These are
baby.
storylines.
Oh, her luck. She's just lucky now.
Yeah, it just came about. It just clicked. Just
And
went
well,
into
ain't
effect.
that funny?
So who's gonna win?
It just went
Kansas?
into
I
effect.
got Kansas.
Winning it
Shout
all?
out Malik Monk.
Winning it all?
I meant Malik
Yeah,
Newman.
winning it all.
I'm going.
Like Malik Monk.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
My bad. Malik Newman.
Who am I going for?
I got Kansas, Michigan, Kansas winning.
I got Kansas winning.
Yeah.
I got Kansas.
I had Michigan in my.
I'm going
Final
Loyola
Four.
Chicago. Forget this. I'm lying. Loyola Chicago is cutting down the nets in San Antonio.
I'm
baby.
sorry, and I got love for them, and I like the number
That's
24.
cute.
Number 24 out of Simeon. I think he's surprised. Well, he's not surprising people from home. He's just surprising the world right now. But he was a teammate of Jabari Parker, and he's always been able to shoot and get to the lane. But he ain't beating Kansas or Villanova.
Wait,
Hey.
Court, can we get in? Oh, that's cute.
That's cute.
Oh yeah, y'all might as well say.
We didn't get it for the.
Y'all might as well say conglomerate again.
Oh, conglomerate. You mean?
Yeah.
See, get the word correct first before you try to get.
And what
at
is it,
Guys.
Frank?
Nila.
You're the one who taught me.
I did teach you, but it's just like
that's the
when
problem.
he puts him in a great position. It's like
keep hating. Keep hating. Time gonna come.
All right, guys.
Take Trae Young.
Right.
That's
Or Colin if you can.
Take the dude who lost 12 out of his last 14 games.
Gosh.
That's all right.
It's a team sport.
It's team sport. Oh, loser.
All right, guys. Well, that's our time for today's show. Thank you again for tuning in. Follow the podcast on Coast to Coast Sports Podcast.
Yep.
And before we go, I have to tell you, I'm your host, Lauren A. Jones. You can follow me on all social media platforms at Lojo Media. Find Courtney at
Court Chappelle.
There you go. And Michael?
The Mike Cotton.
Appreciate everybody tuning in, man.
Yes, if you missed any parts of the show, find us on iTunes, YouTube, Tidal, or SoundCloud / Coast to Coast Sports Podcast. Catch us in 2 weeks, April 10th, for the next episode. Thanks, guys.
See y'all later.
Ain't nothing changed with them bitches, they know my name now. It's such a shame a younger fella kill a game now. And I be in it for the money, fuck the fame now. Got all these niggas asking what's his fucking name now. Said this is blood, this is crip, what is his game now? Fuck on my business, why you all up in my lane now? Heard he get a little bit street fame now. He getting money, bought himself a new chain now. Just yesterday I was another broke nigga till I got the call from my bro like we got work nigga. And got the call late night, but Lord knows we was out there all night trying to get that money right. And goddamn, a couple bands feel good in my hand, finesse spin that motherfucker like a cellophane shit. And Lord knows if a nigga step short with them bands, it's finna go down like some quick. Said it's the same motherfucker, ain't nothing changed. You know it, but them bitches now they know my name. Said